Hi soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to sew this beautiful twist knot neckline top. So if you're new here, you're highly welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment and also share. And to my non-subscribers, thank you guys for your support. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into the pattern drafting. So here is my pattern. My pattern is on fold. Okay, so make sure you fold your pattern into two this way. So first, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 16 inches divided by 2. I have 8 inches. So I'll go ahead and chalk down 8 inches. From that 8 inches, I'll come down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. And from the 1 inches, I'll go ahead and come down by 8 inches for my armhole. Okay? So after I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and connect from my shoulder slope down to my armhole. From shoulder slope down to my armhole. And this is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and measure from my shoulder down to my armhole. What I have there is 9 inches. I'll go ahead and chalk it down here also. After I'm done doing that, I'll look at a straight line over here. So this line here is my chest line, okay? This is my chest line. So next, I'll go ahead and measure out my shoulder to bust line. My shoulder to bust is 11 inches. Shoulder to waist, I have 17 inches. Okay? Shoulder to bust 11 inches. Shoulder to waist 17 inches. After that, I'll rule out a straight line this way. This is my bust line and my waist line. Okay. So next, I'll go ahead and divide my armhole into two, get the midpoint. From the midpoint, I'll come in by 0.5. Then I'll connect it to my shoulder slope this way. Okay. So next, I'll go ahead and divide my bust circumference by 4. That is my bust divided by 4. Whatever I have, I will chalk it down. Then I'll use my curve ruler to connect it this way to that point. Okay, this is my armhole curve. So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down half of my nipple to nipple measurement. Nipple to nipple is 8 inches divided by 2. I have 4. I'll chalk it down from my chest line down to my waist, okay? After that, on my waistline, I'll go ahead and come out on both sides by 0.5. Then I'll connect it to my chest line this way. So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down my bust circumference divided by 4. I'll chalk it down here on my bust line. So my waist, I'll go ahead and divide my waist circumference by 4 plus my 1 inches dart. I'll replace it back, okay? My waist divided by 4 plus that's 1 inches dart. I'll replace it back. After that, I'll go ahead and connect it this way. So now this is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and chalk down my neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll connect it down to my shoulder slope, okay? And this is what I have. So next, from my bust line, I'll be coming down by 1 inches. This is for my side dart, okay? For your side dart, is the difference between your shoulder to waist of your back and your shoulder to waist of your front, okay? Mine is 1 inches. So I'll go ahead and connect it this way. This is my side dart, 1 inches. This is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out this way. I'll go ahead and cut it out. So now, after I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and trace out whatever I have here on this other side, okay? I'll trace it out on this other side. So I'll be doing that off camera, okay? So let's do that, guys. So after I was done tracing it out, this is what I have. I have my full front pattern over here, okay? And here is my center line. This is the center line. And here is my neck width of 3 inches on both sides, okay? So from this side of my neck width, I'll go out by 1 inches. And from this other side, I'll go out by 1 inches. And on the center line, I'll come down by 5 inches, okay? This is the center line. I'll go ahead and come down by 5 inches. And from that 5 inches, I'll go towards the left side by 1.5 inches, okay? This is my 1.5 inches. After that, I'll go ahead and connect it to this 1 inches on my shoulder, this way. Then I'll connect it to the other 1 inches on my right shoulder, okay? So this is what I have, guys, okay? So now I'll go ahead and cut it out. So let's do that, okay? cut out this part and then cut out this other side, and this is what I have. So now for my side dart, I'll go ahead and open it up this way and stop here. Then I'll open up this other part. Then after that, I'll go ahead and close up my darts, okay? I'll close it up this way, and this is what I have. So on this other side, I'll go ahead and open it up this way also. Then open up the down part. Then I'll close up my side dart, okay? I'll close up my side dart, and this is what I have, guys. So now, after I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and cut out this part. I'll cut it out, okay? Then I'll cut out this other part also. Now this is what I have, okay? So next, I'll go ahead and divide my pattern into 4 places, okay? Into 4 places. So from this part of my shoulder, I'll go ahead and come down by 3.5 inches. Then I'll connect it to my neck depth. So here is number 1. Remember, into 4 places. So from this dart line, I'll go ahead and connect it to my neck depth this way using my curve ruler. So here is number 2. Okay. So from this other part of my dart line, I'll go ahead and connect it to my neck depth this way. So here is number 3, and this other part is number 4. So my pattern is into 4 places, okay? I have it here into 4 places, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out this way. Then I'll cut out this part. Number 1 and number 4 is the part that have the shoulder, okay? So I'll keep the both of them aside, number 1 and 4, okay? Then I'll be slashing number 2 and number 3 together on a brown paper, okay? So now from this point, I'll go ahead and come down by 1.5 inches. Then again, I'll come down by 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches into 3 places. Then I'll go ahead and connect it to this point, okay? I'll connect all of it to that particular point. And this is what I have, okay? So now for this other side, from my chest line, I'll come down by 1 inches on both sides, 1 inches, and on this other part, I'll come down by 1 inches. Then I'll connect it to this point, this sharp point, and this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out, like I'll open it up, okay? This is my brown paper. I'll go ahead and open it up this way. So while slashing it, please don't slash all of it, okay? Leave 1.25 at that side. So now this is what I have. I'll go ahead and spread it. After slashing, you go ahead and spread it this way, okay? Just watch what I'm doing. I'll spread it by 1.5 inches. You can use 2 inches, okay, if you want to. This is 1.5 inches. Then I'll hold it down with my gum. So from that point, I'll go ahead and mark out another 1.5 inches. Then I'll place this one on it this way. Then I'll mark out another 1.5 inches. So I'm spreading it by 1.5 inches. Okay. So this is what I have. Okay. So now I'll go ahead and use my pin to hold this part down. So now this is what I have. After that, I'll go ahead and roll out a straight line at the tip this way. So from this straight line, I'll come up by 1.5 inches. I'll come on by 1.5 inches and I'll connect them this way. And this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and bring in my number 3. There is this particular pattern. Then I'll place it this way, making sure number 3 and number 2 are facing each other, okay? Just watch what I'm doing. Then I'll place it here, making sure they are facing each other, okay? So this is what I have. Then I'll go ahead and use my pin to hold this part down. So this is what I have, guys. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out. Make sure the both of them are facing each other this way. So now this is what I have. This is my number 2 and number 3, okay? This is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and keep this aside and I'll work on number 1 and 4, okay? So here's my number 1 and 4. First thing I'm doing here now is to go ahead and slash it, okay? So now from this part of my shoulder, I'll come in by 1.5 inches, okay? And I'll come in again by 1.5 inches. And from this side of this is my armhole, I'll come down by 1.5 inches, okay? Then I'll go ahead and connect it to this point. So this is what I have. I have 3 lines here. So now from this other part of my shoulder, I'll come in by 1.5 inches. Then I'll go down by 3.5 inches. This is my 3.5 inches. Then from my chest line, I'll come down by 1.5 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect it to this point. So now this is what I have, okay? This is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and slash it. Just watch carefully what I'm doing. After that, I'll go ahead and slash this part. So now this is what I have. Okay, I'm done slashing. So now we'll go ahead and spread it out on our brown paper. I'll be placing it this way. Then I'll go ahead and mark out 1.5 inches. Okay, into 4 places. After I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead and spread it. The distance is 1.5 inches. Okay, this is what I'll be having. Place it this way. And this is what I have, okay? So now I'll go ahead and use my pin to hold this part down. So after that, I'll go ahead and roll out a straight line on the tip this way. This is my straight line. And from that line, I'll come up by 1 inches. I'll come up by 1 inches. This is my 1 inches, okay? Now go ahead and connect it this way. So next, I'll go ahead and bring in my second pattern. That is this one. Then I'll go ahead and spread it, making sure they are facing each other this way. Okay. So now this is what I have after I'm done doing that. This is what I have, okay? They're all facing each other. So now I'll go ahead and cut it out, okay? And this is what I have. Okay, this is what I have. So next, I'll go ahead and cut out the both of them on my fabric, and I'll be adding 0.5 sewing allowance round. Okay, 0.5 sewing allowance. So let's go and do that. So guys, this is what I have. I'm done cutting it out on my fabric, and as you can see, I added 0.5 sewing allowance round. Okay. So now I'll keep my number 1 and 4 aside, and I'll first of all work on number 2 and 3. Okay. So now I'll go ahead and arrange my pattern on it this way, and this is what I have, and I'll get the midpoint. Okay. What I have here is 1.5 inches. Then I'll get the midpoint. Okay. So this is the midpoint. Then I'll take my pattern out. So next I'll go ahead and bring in my needle and thread this way, and I'll gather the midpoint. Gather it and tie it. Okay. And after that, go ahead and cut it out, and this is what I have. Okay. So now I'll go ahead and sew this part, right side facing right side, and I'll sew the wrong part, this part. Okay, right side facing right side. Then I'll go ahead and pin this part down. Watch what I am doing. Then now I'll go ahead and sew it down, leaving small space on this side. Okay, just a little space on that side. So let's go and sew it down. Okay. So guys, after I was done sewing it down, this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and open and press it down very well. I'll go ahead and open and press it down very well. Okay. So now I'm done doing that. I've opened and pressed it down very well, and this is what I have, looking so neat. Next, I'll go ahead and bring in my second pattern. That's my number 1 and number 4. I'll take out my pattern this way. Now this is my neckline. Okay, I'll go ahead and sew the neckline. This is what I have. Okay, I'll go ahead and sew the neckline. Before doing that, I'll get the midpoint of 2 of them this way. Okay, then I'll go ahead and sew the neckline. Let's go and do that. I'll fold it into 2 and I'll sew it down. So guys, after I was done sewing it down, this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and gather the midpoint of it this way. This is the midpoint of both of them. I'll go ahead and gather it together. Make sure you tie it very well. Okay, then I'll cut it out, and this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and pass in my fabric inside of it this way. I left small opening on this side, so I'll pass in my fabric this way inside. Then go ahead and arrange it very well, and this is what I have. Okay, this is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and sew this part down, right side facing right side. I'll go ahead and stitch it down. Make sure you stitch it to the end. Okay, I'll go ahead and pin it down very well. Make sure you stitch it to the end. Okay, don't leave any space. Okay, so let's go and do that. Let's go and sew it down. So guys, after I was done sewing it down, this is what I have. Make sure you open and press very well. This is what I have. So now I'll go ahead and sew this part also down, right side facing right side. I'll go ahead and sew it down. Just watch what I am doing. Don't leave any space. Make sure you sew it to the end, okay? And after doing that, this is what I'll be having. So let's go and sew it down. So guys, after I was done doing that, this is what I have. Okay, looking so neat. So now if you want to attach your back fabric, just go ahead and use neck width 4 inches for your back, then neck depth 2 or 3 inches. Join the shoulders together and the side. Okay, just our normal back pattern. Make sure you add your zip allowance and then attach your skirt to your waist, and that is all for this class. The main aim of this tutorial is this front part. So thank you guys for watching. See you all in my next class. Bye.